Hello Newcastle fans. News of signings stir up the day at the club and fans are already celebrating. But before I tell you, it's very important that you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any news from the Magpies. Newcastle United may look to the summer transfer market to bolster their quality squad ahead of their return to Champions League football, and now a new update has emerged on a possible transfer target. According to the Daily Mail, Newcastle are considering the signing of AC Milan midfielder Sandro Tonali. According to the report, the Magpies are looking for potential alternatives to James Maddison as they look to take the next step in rebuilding their midfield, and Tonali has been named as one of the players the club are considering signing this summer. Perhaps what is most impressive about Tonali is his similarities to the effervescent Bruno Guimaraes. The Brazilian midfielder has been a revelation since joining Newcastle in January 2022 and was the pivot of the unbelievable transformation seen at St. James. Yet in more recent times, he has had to sacrifice his attacking influence to play a much more disciplined and deeper role. Now, how could unlock Guimaraes and provide him with a partner in Tonali, who can offer many similarities to the Newcastle hero, while offering strong cover in the more defensive role in the center of the pitch when the Brazilian attacks? Apparently, Newcastle United are preparing an offer to bring Wolfsburg midfielder Felix Nmecha to St. James Park in an unexpected move. And the Magpies are set to compete with Manchester United for his signature, according to the Daily Telegraph. The club will make at least one high-profile acquisition, with Leicester City's James Maddison being widely linked with a move to St. James Park. But otherwise, they are looking at cut-price deals. The Telegraph reports that Nmecha fits that bill, with Newcastle hoping to spend around £15 million on the 22-year-old. Nmecha and his older brother Lucas were born in Germany before moving to England at a young age. And both players were on Manchester City's books until 2021, when they joined Wolfsburg. Felix is a box-to-box midfielder, while Lucas is a striker for the German club. The younger of the two is now attracting Premier League interest, after becoming a key player for the Bundesliga side this season, making 30 league appearances, scoring 3 goals and registering 6 assists in the Bundesliga. The 22-year-old is a talented midfielder with the ability to play all over the midfield, although his profile is that of a number 8. Despite his 6 feet 2 inches frame, he is elegant on the ball and has the ability to retain or regain possession. So far, Newcastle United have refused to make the kind of superstar signings that many had hoped for. Any acquisition of Newcastle's nature would always attract links with big names in European football and beyond. While it doesn't suggest that money hasn't been spent on the team since the acquisition, Eddie Howe and the recruitment team have been a little more subtle when it comes to making signings. Still, back in the Champions League next season, it's no exaggeration to imagine big names arriving. Speaking on the Chasing the Transfer podcast, Bailey suggested that Barcelona winger Ousmane Dembele had been on Newcastle's radar before. If they make a standout signing, I think it could be that left-sided striker. Keep an eye on Ousmane Dembele as a standout signing, he said. Undoubtedly talented, as his £135.5 million move to Barca suggests, there were question marks over his attitude and application. Dembele also receives huge wages in Spain, due to his position as one of the most expensive transfers of all time. With that in mind, it's hard to imagine the club tearing up their existing policy to make what would be a big gamble. So what about you fans? Which of these names would you like to see playing in Eddie Howe's team? Leave them in the comments. We'll be back any moment with more news from the Magpies.